All right, guys, how we all doing today? What is everyone up to? So we're just gonna sit here, pause, hang out, not really do anything until we hit around 200 to 300 viewers. We're currently sitting at 20, so hit that like button, guys. So we're just gonna hang out. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's get going here. Panda must still be live streaming or something right now. So we'll see what's going down. Let's do a quick roll call. What do we got here in the Twitch there? I see Ogre MGTOW. What is going on? Skirm, Amplifier Gaming, J-Rod D, J-Rod, or Jock McBride UK, what's happening? Chica, what's going down? We got Ogre again, the Equalizer. What is this? Brian Knopfs, XMR as usual. Got tired of the ups and downs of other coins. GPU uses too much power. Now tried Kaspa with 3 asics. List money. Just trying to get some coin to spend time and anonymous purchases with it. Interesting. Keith Henninger, Squirrel Master, Sabrio D. Trump. What is happening? Sata. Oh yeah, Sata is back or something, isn't it? Remember, didn't they rug pull everyone, and now they're trying to make a comeback again or something? I can't remember what's going on with that coin. Keith Henninger here. We got the pirate again. Ace K, what's happening? Toll PC. What do we got? What do we got? Sadie, sometimes what is happening? What is going down here? And I see you over there, Scafer, in the Twitch there. What do we got for top fans? Right now, we got Skirman first, Sadie sometimes in second, Keith Henninger in third. It looks like it is a tie in terms of points through fifth place with Ogre, MGTOW, and Squirrel Master at 75. Those are the top fans currently. Awesome with all the activity in the chat. So not really too much going on today, looking at some prices here. What do we got going on for prices? Past 24 hours, our top game Yata coin in the house rocking at 45.6%. We got CKB at 31, Dynex at 22. Who cares about WASI? That's a meme coin. I don't know why I have it there, but I do. Core AI is up 9%. Nice. Abilene 8.7%. Nice. CRO 8.6. That's not a mineable coin, so most don't care. Gram is up 8. Duro 7.5. XDAG. Ooh, even Virus is doing something. Octa.Space. What do we got? Oh, 48 cents. Come on, we need to get back to over $2. Let's go, Octa. Come on. Past week here, we do have Dynex leading the charge with 91.9. Conflux at 75. Conflux just got listed somewhere like Pionex or something like that. It don't matter. It doesn't work where I'm from, but some of you guys, enjoy that trading platform for sure. We got Kaspa 73. We got Not to the Cat 58. Nervous 50%. Chlor is 29. Leo's up 29. So we have decent gains over a week here, so that's not too shabby. Who's our biggest losers for the day? Avian, Meow Coin. Oh, Atari is down 4.3. It's down to 0.006. That's rough. Cubic is down 2.6. It's still up from what it was last week, though, I think. Oh, yeah, it's up 24% on the week. Lithium. This is a big. You guys hearing what's going on with the lithium lately? Difficulty shot to the moon. I don't know how long it takes for lithium's difficulty to adjust, but the largest mining pool, or one of them, I guess via BTC decided to shut the door or something, and all the miners are gone. Like, obviously miners can just switch, but because something, I don't know what the full story, I gotta find out, but then the difficulty dropped, and then it turned into Ergo, where blocks weren't being found because all this hash rate disappeared. So absolutely crazy. Alpha's getting discontinued. So did it already happen? Because I saw people posting about this on Twitter and stuff, and it shot every ASIC into the negatives because the difficulty, the difficulty shot up because no blocks and stuff were being found. So obviously when it adjusts, a lot of blocks are going to be found very fast, and it could make the probability really high. But right now, even Bitmain's big miners, the AL1 Pro is negative $6 right now because it uses the most amount of power, because nothing is finding blocks, because the hash rate just disappeared. So yeah, I don't know why we say, oh yeah, you can just move pools, but there's people that just don't know what's going on maybe, and all their hash rate is still at via BTC, and where via BTC, they're not even listed here anymore. They're right here. API error. Last seen 2 days ago. And so there's all this hash rate is probably still on there, not realizing anything. You know, people that don't check rigs, we always joke about it, but there's probably a thing where there's probably still someone out there mining Ethereum from 4 years ago, not realizing that what happened with proof of stake. And, you know, they don't check their rig. So that's a possibility. And, you know, it's probably going to take a couple of weeks till people realize, some of them, oh, crap, you know, I've been burning away 10,000 watts for nothing. And yeah, nothing's happening. So yeah, what's happened is a big chunk here is, you know, gone. And instead of distributing the hash to other pools, like you don't see a spike on any other pool. Like there's no big hash rate spike. Look at this. Kaboom. There's a 4.4 petahash here. You know, that's a pretty big jump. You know, it's half of F2 pools total thing. So you should start, especially some of these pools, you should start seeing like jumps on pools. Like right here, we've seen something happen here. It looks like TAS mining went up about the same time this went down, but we're not seeing big leaps and bounds. We're seeing some hash rate gain on Wooly Pooly, not very much. Like they're only at 68 terahash. Come on, there's 4 petahash here looking for a home, and we're not seeing any big jumps anywhere. So yeah, so anyway, what's happening here is just like what we've seen with Ergo and other coins, is what happens when you have slow adjusting difficulties. If hash rate leaves, all of a sudden blocks, like they're not being found, and it's taken, you know, let's say you had a 2-minute block time. I don't know what I think it's 16-second block time in the Lithium or something. So we probably went from 16 seconds to maybe 5 minutes. Like that's a fast chain to a super slow chain. And Ergo, remember they weren't finding blocks when that first happened with when ETH first went to POS, and a lot of people, Son of a Tech, myself, everyone was talking about Ergo. You got to do something here because all this hardware is going to come into Ergo, and people are going to play the system, especially knowing how Ergo works. So all this hash rate came in from Ethereum onto Ergo when Ethereum first went to POS. And it was very profitable because people were finding blocks very, very fast because so much hardware hit it. Then the difficulty adjusted to that, and it wasn't profitable anymore. So all that hash rate left. And now it left Ergo with, you know, back to its normal hash rate or even less because there was no profit there. So only the core Ergo people are really mining. And now a block was not being found for like once a month. Like it was bad. No one was getting paid anything. They were asking the community for help. I even remember making videos on it. Come on, guys, we got to help out Ergo and so on. Let's get some hash rate on there. Even though we're not going to make anything, this is pretty much helping out the network at a loss. They need to get those blocks so they can get that epoch to go through so the difficulty can adjust back to, you know, a normal time frame. And finally it happened, but it took like a month or two to happen, and it was absolutely insane. So that's kind of what's going on here. Obviously not to that extent, it's slow, but blockchains need to stop being like Bitcoin. You know, they got dedicated hardware, they change every 2 weeks. Blockchains need to have like instant difficulty adjustments. Like it's the only way you're going to be able to compete with hash rate swings. You know, next thing they go to, oh, this is screwed, our network's messed up, let's just move the proof of stake. You know, that's kind of the things that's happening here. So that's crazy, absolutely crazy. So it just destroyed the profitability. Now, a lot of people might end up leaving, or when that difficulty finally does adjust on a Lithium, depending if that hash rate does find a new home and they realize via BTC is down, then, you know, the difficulty will adjust eventually, and then it's probably going to be very profitable for a while. Now, keep that in the back of your mind. We're telling you right now, it's probably going to get very profitable. So there's going to be people pushing, look how profitable Lithium is. This is freaking awesome. Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. But if a Lithium price did not spike, this is why. All of a sudden, there's going to be a whole bunch of very fast blocks being found because that difficulty adjusted down so much. And then we might see some hash rate actually move back to it, or people that turned off turn back on, and things are going to get, you know, pretty insane and nice for a short time until the difficulty goes back to normal. So right now, it's adjusting to super bad, and then it's going to adjust to super good before it finally levels out. So be very careful of that super good section, because everyone's going to be telling you how great a Lithium is at that point. Just be ready for it, because we're warning you now. It's going to be great, but not for very long. And then it's just going to be back to normal, break even, possibly losing again. Whatever it was normally, that's what it'll be back to again. Unless, obviously, the price starts pumping like crazy. And I seen someone say RPM in the house. I'm looking behind me, but I don't see him. Panda, you here? Panda, you coming back? You coming back to Alberta? I miss you, buddy. Where are you? Panda, come. just sitting here, and all of a sudden I heard a noise. I look behind me because I wear my mask all the time. Like, that's my face. That's a legit face reveal. When Panda walked down there with his camera, that was a legit face reveal. That my mask, that's my face, because my face is all messed up and stuff. I'm just kidding. It's not, but that's my face. I have that on. So I just turn around. I see Panda there. I'm like, what the heck? And how did I know it's Panda? Like, well, you guys never seen each other. You guys are the same person or whatever. How did I know it's Panda? Well, because he was in a giant panda outfit. Like, it's Panda. That's how I knew it was Panda. And we wear the same socks. I was surprised Rabid didn't have a secret camera live stream with a ducks in my face. No, well, that's called blackmail. You got to do it first, and then you got to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to release all this unless you give me like $10 million or run all my stuff on your cheap power for free. Stuff like that first. So that's still coming, but it's not released yet. That's still undocumented behind the scenes footage that isn't released yet. Oh man, no, we don't do crazy things like that. That was a lot of fun though, non-scripted, go as you go, just go. That was fun. We need to do more videos. I seen the comments and that a lot of people loved us being in videos together, so like they want more of it. So I gotta like move next door to Panda or something, then we'll just make lots of videos. Red Panda Mining is going to use video later for blackmail C-Rabid knows. You have to send one of your 7950X and 3090. Yeah, I know. I got to send those over there. Frig sakes. I don't believe I totally forgot about that when you were here. I don't believe that happened, but it happened. Darn it. I got to figure out what shipping is. I got to see if I find anything, but I'm behind on so many things. It sucks. What's up with Canadian provinces trying to jump to become American states? Ogre MGTOW, that's not really a thing. I know I get DMs from people all the time. I think who is it? I don't know. There's some YouTuber in Alberta or something that's putting out all these videos about how Alberta does want to go to the state. That's not true. None of that stuff is true. All those videos saying that these people that we do want to go to the States is not true at all. 0%. That's like 1% of our entire population is pushing this thing, and it's making the news, talk about it and everything, doing things. And it's like 99% don't want that to happen. So all these videos and all these things you're saying about, yes, it's going to happen and they want to and yada, yada, simply isn't the case. So, yeah. Did you manage to get your site upgraded? No, I didn't. This is my site here, but like which part? Like I got some issues going on. Like you can see this right here. I don't know what's going on with that. I think this is still working. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is still working here for a bunch of stuff. Like my crypto news isn't like. Look at this. It's not pushing this. So I got to figure out what the heck that issue is. Is my pool link working? Let's open that into a new thing. Yeah, pool link's working. So we got pool action here for Dero. What else we got? The CPU mining calculator, I think, is this thing. Oh my gosh, what is this? It looks completely wrecked. I need Skaver. Skaver has some stuff going on. I need to give him access to come look at this, but I don't know. I haven't checked this for a while. It is, oh my gosh, it's destroyed. Like, what is happening here? I don't know if there's an update of maybe WordPress version. But yeah, that's mangled. That's mangled to nothing. Minor value of GPU coins. I still have this in here. Oh, wait. Oh, we got this in here. Okay, GPU's ASICs. Oh, this is still in here. Interesting. So this is when ETH was, this is when Ethereum was certain things. We can see, how much it was paying the miners. Look at that. $50.2 million. Ethereum on ETH when it was at $3,735.80, it was paying $50.2 million to miners. $50.2 million. You could add up every single coin right now, and you're not even going to hit like $2 million. Like, that is insane. Here's the network hash at the time, 854. Like, I don't know. But this is, I think, just before we were about to hit a petahash or something, just under it. Yeah, hash rate 60. You're getting zero. Look at the amount of ETH you're getting per day at this point. It was 60 million. This is a 3060 Ti. 0.0009 coin ETH per day on a GPU. That's still $3.52 a day. A 3060 Ti making $3.52 a day. back in the day when we were mining Ethereum at 854, whatever it was. I can't remember the network hash rate. Was it coming up to a petahash? I think it was. Yeah, that was insane. $50.2 million. Crazy times, crazy times. And like at the time, Ravencoin then was what? 1.6. Oh, this is recent. I can't remember when I did this, but yeah, it's not nowhere near. Nothing's nowhere near. So what did I have when I put in this? I don't know what else I got down there. Play with prices here. Oh, so you can mess around. I can't remember if I made this adjustable or not. Oh no, it's not adjustable. Anyway, yeah, crazy stuff. Fun times. I remember that. Hardware, we got donate. Yeah, here's the donation tab, guys. You guys can click on that. What is that? That's even broken. Oh my gosh, everything's just destroyed here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I didn't get it. It looks like it might have updated, and then all my stuff is broken. So, I haven't really had time to do anything with anything. So I gotta get into that and see what the heck the issue is. So, where is? Okay, let's go back to here. Yeah. Anyway, coming back to live chat. We got Chronic Grim. What should I mine on my 5950s? Does not seem to be anything worth mining, or am I missing something? Wink, wink. That is a very common question. As sad as it is to say this, it's the bear market. Like technically, I don't even know. Should we consider it like a bear market right now? We're hitting all-time highs on Bitcoin. The market's doing things. The hash rate is still just too damn high on a lot of these coins. But people are giving up, but just nowhere near enough people are giving up. And then as more people give up, obviously all our YouTube channels suck more and more all the time. So, it's a never ending thing. But in terms for mining, it's rough. It's rough out there. There is a lot more profit, I feel, in the bear market, like the main bear market. So that's the period from like 2023 to second half of 2022 to the beginning of 2024, because things start to rival up a little bit within the year before the bull cycle, which is the peak, which is this year 2025 to 2024. So and the next cycle would be 2027 to 2028 will probably be the deep bear cycle, and then mid 2028 moving into 2029 we'll start hyping up again, with 2029 being the peak. But we're in the peak season right now, and it seems like the past 2-3 years of the bear cycle was better for profits than it is right now, which is crazy to even think about because of where we are in the cycle. But it seems to be true, and it's rough, and it sucks, and it's totally freaking weird. But, that's just the way it is. Now, hopefully, we're still hoping, though, because as we know, altcoins, they're dead until they're not. And I still think there's going to be some few coins that are ready to send it. Frickin' send it. Like, Ergo is one of them, I really feel. Like, I don't know if it's going to. Not financial advice. We have no idea what's going to do what and when. But Ergo it has history that it sends it every peak. So, 2018 here. 2017, we can see right in December of 2017, 1692 coming in from, lows of $4 and $7. And then it went down to, it looks like a cycle bottom in between 2017 and 21, down to only 12 cents. At this point, Ergo's dead. It's done. Never coming back. Blah, blah, blah. This is altcoins. They peak, they die. They peak, they die. So here's Ergo. What happened 2021? Freaking $18.73. Coming in from 11 cents. Like, imagine the gains. Let's just work that out right now. Let's say you have $100. I'm bringing up my calculator on my phone right now. Let's see what Ergo could send it for some people. I got $100. I'm going to buy Ergo for 11 cents. That is 909 Ergo. Now, it sends it to 1873. $100 just made $17,000. Like, what? Wow, that just happened on Ergo. Between the 20, if you peek it at the bottom here, 2020. So, like right here, 2017, mid-season bear right there on here. Now we have Ergo from here. It just dropped down nothing. And now what's the low here looking like? What's this? $1.18. Here we got about 67 cents. Looks like Ergo's low. So now what's going to happen? What can we see? We're still waiting for it to send to end of the year. So what do we got here? We got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So it looks like September of 2021 is when Ergo sent it here. This happened in December of 2024. We got September. So sometime by the end of the year here, hopefully, I don't even care if it's hits the all-time high. Like at this point with altcoins, I know so many people are frustrated. Yeah, we would love to see new all-time highs happen on these coins. I'm happy with $12 Ergo. I'm happy with $15 Ergo at this point. Like I don't even have that much. I got some from mining it back in whatever these days were, but like I don't have much, but I'd definitely be happy with $10 to $12 Ergo. Sure, if it does 18, 20, 25, that'd be freaking amazing. But I still think Ergo, non-financial advice, has potential to still send it because it has sent it in the past 2 cycles. And so, it's there. I feel it's going to do it. Nobody talks about Ergo or ETC. Someone is accumulating ETC. America is not. ETC is another one. Well, hopefully, we're all hoping for that. But ETC, let's take a look at that one. It's what we got. 2017. So 2017, we went from 93 cents to $42. Like that's technically a 42x. It doesn't look like much on this, but that's like a 42x. 2017. To 2018. So that was a little late bloomer. It's January. This is about the time Flux and stuff pumped as well. It was January, just after Bitcoin. So that's awesome. And then we've seen a dip fall down to what was that? 376 here in 2019. A short-lived 118 right here. Wow. So what is that? $5 to 118. Nice. And then all of a sudden, like that didn't last very. How long did that last? Let's see. Let's see how long that lasted. Stop. All right, so the pump started, let's just say in here, this area. You could technically call it here, but this is the full-fledged pump here. So it started thinking about it right here. So what is that? The 4th month, 13th, 4th. So month. So yeah, so like just under a month. So that's why I always say, guys, if you see an altcoin, your coin, a bag that you have, and it's pumping for anywhere from a week and a half, 2 weeks to a month, start getting ready. At the 2-week point, you should start sweating, being like, all right, when's the high coming? Because it could be as short as 2 weeks. Maybe it only sees like 80% or 100 to 150% gains. We don't know. Not financial advice. We don't know. But, at about a week and a half, 2 weeks of solid gains, start getting ready to be like, all right, the time might be coming, and we don't know. It could last a month. It could last 2 months. Like Dogecoin back in November, December there, whenever it was, it went for 2 months straight. We should have saw the signs, but we all missed it, I think. We all missed that. But here, look, here's just under a month is what it took for ETC to hit its all-time high, and it's down. So right now we're at 56. Here we're at 45. But, ETC, hopefully we can see Ethereum Classic do something over here. Like it doesn't need to hit this. I don't care if it hits $118. I don't care if it goes to 120, 140, higher. I'm happy with 80 to 100. I'm good with. I don't care about all-time highs. I'm okay with just large gains from now. Just the way the market is, just I'm okay with things, but the point is just, a couple weeks to a month. If you see a coin pump, guys, just be ready. Be ready for it. Just like when Monero did its thing and it's over. I don't think we're going to see Monero hit a new all-time high. It hit its cycle peak right here at what? It was 410 or something. I think I got rid of mine at like 406 is when I dumped mine. But like we can see, like this is what it does. It peaks and then it drops. It peaks and then it drops. Here it peaked. And all over Twitter. And I was warning people. I was saying, hey, Monero's coming to its peak. It's going to be over. And all you see all over, Monero's going higher. It's going higher. That's what happens during these coin runs. Everyone's going to tell you how much higher it's going to go. No, it's not. Don't listen to anybody. Don't even listen to me because I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. So send me a super chat for that. But I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. But for real, if you just see your coin freaking start to pump for a week or two to a month, just be ready to take it because it's going to drop and it's not going to go back. And Monero is not coming back. It did its cycle thing and it's going to be over. Maybe it will come back. I'll be like, okay, well, that's cool. It did a double peak, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. We're going to see some more upscale stuff like this, obviously, but we're not going to see this high again. You know, it broke its 400 barrier, which is what we were expecting, and I don't expect it to do it again. But we don't know. We have no idea. You know, crazier things have happened. All right, so coming back into here, no Rudd today. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Rudd is, but I do see Budweiser here now, so we got to say it. Budweiser. 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 Nice. Nailed it. Awesome. How you doing, Budweiser? How you doing? Huh? Coca-Cola. Nobody talked. Okay, yeah, we went to no one talks about Ergo. 175 on Coinbase. Yeah, but do you actually sell it for that? Like Coinbase says, oh yeah, this is about $180. When you actually sell it and they take away the fees and all that, you probably really only sold it for like $90 and they just took half your money. Like, what is with all this? Use the bots, Rabid live streaming. What? Yeah, I know. I'm here. Yeah, I'm live streaming today. He wanted SHA-3. Who wanted SHA-3? What? On ETC. Maybe later. Anyone heard about Tari Universe? What about Tari Universe? What's going on with the universe? Something break there? Ogre MGTOW at rabidmining, Misinform, MS, A2, U2 Mini Workstation, AMD Ryzen 9950 HX 2.5, 64, 1 terabyte, and what? $9,999? Is that right? That seems pretty expensive. ETC fools you once again. Yeah, caught stream. It hasn't yet. We'll see what happens at the end of the year, maybe early next year, January. Because Ergo, ETC, everything is still doing what it's supposed to be doing. Nothing until the end of the year. So I think ETC, Ergo, and stuff are still primed, ready to roll. Yeah, caught stream here. What do we got here? BTC, ETC, LTC, famous last words. This coin is not coming back. Exactly. Famous last words. 100%. Hey, that's me talking about Monero, isn't it? It's going to come back in 2029. We'll see it over 400 again, possibly. But yeah, my SUI pumped. I dumped it. Nice. You know, that's what happens. If your coin goes up and, you know, you're comfortable taking the profits at that point, take them, guys. Take them. I was in ETC Discord years ago, and they talked about doing SHA-3. Oh, okay. How long? I think, what was it? I don't know. S had all sorts of crazy things going on. Yeah, but SHA-3 on ETC would be a bad idea. ETMC to the moon. What is they at right now anyway? Let's take a look at that. ETC, is it ETCMC? ETC Power, right? How's that? Like, do they even have it here? What are we at? 8 zeros? Is this the right one? 10 0. Which one's the real one? Is it even listed here? You might need CoinGecko for that. Looks like there's a couple of ETC pals that aren't real. This says 22 days. I mean, 22 days ago, 10 days ago. So is this the real one right here? I don't even know. Not sure. What do we got there? Scaper, I'll have a lot of free time next week. We got Chronic Grim there, fair and true. Yep. I do not remember. It is in CoinGecko. Yeah, CoinGecko. CoinGecko is where you guys see a lot of the smaller coins. Let's take a look at some stuff here. CoinGecko, what are you going to tell us today about some stuff? Did you guys see that video I released yesterday? This one right here. No, it was yesterday. Dogecoin's moon will be insane. Major network update will change Doge forever. Do you guys kind of see that? If you didn't, check it out. It's an article I go through here, so some crypto news stuff. But let's kind of talk about that before we look at this other stuff. Do you guys think, if you guys saw it, do you guys think, you know, this could help Doge? Like, some of the comments in there saying, oh, Doge doesn't need any of this. It doesn't need it. Kaspa's a fire. You know, all I see is Kaspa's better at this. Well, do you know what? Kaspa people, if you're watching this, Kaspa, do something, because you have zero adoption. You're running out of block reward fees and miners are quitting. Half your network has already left, and all that's left is like Marathon selling it all for Bitcoin of the current leftover emissions, and it's continuing to drop. So before, you know, anyone starts saying anything, Kaspa needs adoption 100%. And Dogecoin, in theory, is one of the most heavily adopted coins under Bitcoin and Solana and stuff, I feel, because vendors have it on their websites to use for purchasing things. That is huge use case. So now we got all this. Dogecoin has a massive computing, a massive community of people and followers, and community is huge when it comes to crypto coins. Kaspa doesn't have that. They may think they have that, but they are tiny compared to coins like Monero and Dogecoin and Bitcoin and stuff in terms of community. So now let's say you open the floodgates of a coin with a huge community, which is already being accepted for the use of purchases to trade peer-to-peer for currency and stuff. And now you're going to open up the gates for smart contracts, DeFi, and things like that onto Dogecoin. And institutions, which, you know, I think could be bad, are eyeing Dogecoin. So this could be huge for Dogecoin because, one, it already has a ton of adoptions because the community is so big. People talk about Doge. People talk about Doge. People don't talk about Kaspa. Kaspa people, get people talking about you before you start throwing your lips into things, thinking you're going to even outperform. You know, first they're always competing against Bitcoin. We're Bitcoin. We're better than Bitcoin. This is what Bitcoin is supposed to be. No, Bitcoin is what Bitcoin's supposed to be. You do whatever you want to do. Kaspa, you can't even compete with Dogecoin at this point. So why are you even talking about Bitcoin and stuff? So anyway, moving forward, do you think that DeFi and, you know, smart contracts and this stuff could help catapult Dogecoin forward? And Dogecoin already has, in theory, a lot of adoptions. So I think that'll explode more than possible any of these smart contracts and stuff that's happening, even happening on Kaspa before Kaspa sees anything. So I do think this could be big for Dogecoin. It might not do nothing at all, but I do think because there is already a huge community around Dogecoin and, you know, with script miners and all that stuff is, you know, I think this is a good thing, and it could cause great things. The bad thing, which I go over in that video as well, is if all this money starts flowing into Dogecoin and prices start spiking, we're going to see institutional large industrial mining farms then begin mining Script and Dogecoin, Marathon and all them. And what they do is obviously they sell the Bitcoin. So that side of the thing over time could be very, very bad depending on the price of Dogecoin. But we don't know. It's interesting. So what do you guys think about that though? Rabid, you saying dump my Kaspa? I'm not saying anything. Not financial advice. Everybody do what you want to do. I'm still holding a bunch of my Kaspa because I'm hoping it does something. It's just that community is always trash talking each other all the time. Oh, we're the next this, we're the next this. Like, you guys still come over hurdles of adoption. They have no marketing team. Like, Kaspa, in theory, you know, it has great tech. It's fast. It can do all these things better. Yes, it can. But just coming out as, you know, arrogant and just pushing this all the time and trying to bring down other coins for yours, or, you know, because you're a maxi on it, isn't the strategy to go. So they got to sit back and stop trying to compete and compare like this and just let natural adoption take its place. They need a marketing team and they need things to happen. Now, Kaspa can gain adoption and do things because it can do all these things great for sure. It's just nobody is going to it. Nobody really knows about it. So it needs all that. And the way the community is acting and stuff, all we see is a bunch of, looks like schoolgirls talking about their Kaspa coin. And it's a bad look in my mind for the whole network and coin and community in general. But I don't know. Maybe the elites made Kaspa. I wouldn't be surprised. ETFs cause paper trading with Hertz prices. And yeah, ETFs are bad. I don't agree with the ETFs, like ETFs coming into Doge, Bitcoin, stuff like that. I don't agree with that. And that's why another reason why I think we're seeing a rough time with the altcoin season is because all that money coming into Bitcoin and stuff through ETFs, that's not coming into the crypto market. That's going into Wall Street, and it's all just fake stuff. And then whoever's ETF they bought, that person just buys Bitcoin, buys or sells Bitcoin based on the ETFs that were bought and sold. And that's kind of how it moves there. So none of that money is actually coming into the crypto market. It's just coming in through the ETFs and stuff, through Wall Street and all that. So, you know, in 2017, they never had it on any of this. So people were actually going to exchanges for Bitcoin. say they buy and sell, and then, you know, when they sell, that money could easily flop straight into Ravencoin or into this coin. And that's why we would see really fast crypto pumps. When Bitcoin would dip, sometimes, yeah, the market usually dips more, the alts. But when the altcoin season's riled up, Bitcoin would dip a bit and altcoin seasons would explode because that money is quickly being swapped into it. But now we don't have that money coming into the crypto market. It's coming into Wall Street and only in and out of Bitcoin through that paper trading. So it is kind of a totally different situation right now. And we're just going to kind of have to wait and see how it plays out. But again, I'm not 100% sure how this works. And, you know, obviously you always got to do your own research and figure things out and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, crazy stuff. I just don't want they to own all the ETC. So do earthquakes. What about ETF flows to S? Anyone? Yeah, I'm still mining, but not for profits because there are none. I'm supporting blockchains. Jockwick Miner is a blockchain supporter. That's awesome. Added features to Doge can't hurt it. That's true. It can't hurt it unless they break something. But you know, I really think, you know, that's pretty cool. Because remember, Dogecoin started off as a joke coin. Joke coin at the right time, and it just exploded from there. So it's pretty insane. Pretty insane. More ETF inflows into S than BTC last week. Interesting. That's pretty cool. S got more ETF inflows. Interesting stuff happening there for sure. Oh, I hit certain goals. Yeah, there you go. That's the way to do it, Squirrel Master. Yeah, you know, you just hold your stuff. You set your own personal goals, whatever you feel is right at time. And then that's when you either buy or sell some more. You know, it's all up to you. You feel confident that you got enough or something out of it, and by all means, get rid of it. Move on to the next. All right. So what else do I have here? I don't really have much. Oh yeah, we're gonna look at this. So what were we gonna look at? Oh yeah, ETC PAL. CoinGecko. There it is. ETC PAL. What do we got? So oh yeah, this is nowhere near what we were seeing on CoinMarketCap at all. So we're at 1 cent here, not like 5 zeros and 10 zeros and stuff. So obviously it went from $2.61 down to 1 cent. So that's a pretty big dip. Will this recover? I don't know. You know, the concept was nice. I think they got really mean with their community members, and obviously, you know, the sell-offs and everything, but I think they treated their community really bad, and a lot of people just left it. But the concept for ETC is nice. Like, you're getting paid to run a node and actually help support Ethereum Classic. That is great. Normally, you would not get anything for running an ETC node, Kaspa node. Most nodes, you do not get anything. That's just a copy of the blockchain, Bitcoin nodes, all this. You don't get paid nothing to run nodes. You're just helping the network that way. So ETC PAL doing this was a great way for people to actually get something for helping ETC by adding decentralization by running these nodes. But everyone got caught up in the whole money thing and everything like that. And I think that just, you know, made everything fall, and then the community, and then everything turned into more buy this. Now you have to like spend coins or buy coins to vote on anything. And it's just turning into more of we need more money type of thing. So yeah, I don't know. Things are kind of crazy there. What else do we got on here? Let's take a look at what do we got? Spectre. Here's one I haven't looked at for a while. Let's take a look at Spectre AI. SPR 006. What do we have peak at? Did we ever hit 1 cent? 008. Not too bad. 008, 0006. So hopefully Spectre's obviously it's down quite a bit. It's one I'm hoping will do something nice. Who was it? Was it last live stream or the live stream before that 2 weeks ago? Someone said that Zealous Dev is helping out the Spectre Dev a little bit here. So that's interesting. I still never looked into that. I got to look into that and see what's going on. I'm assuming it might have something to do with possibly the privacy thing, but I don't know. Let's just go to Spectre Explorer. I like their Explorer. Spectre has a freaking pretty nice Explorer. I like the way they got it set up. So here we go. once it loads up here sometime this week. Because my internet sucks on live. So like here you can see the blocks doing its thing. Just boom, 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 boom. Go block, go. So I'm wondering if they're going to be adding in the 10 blocks per second stuff as well, possibly in the future. I'm assuming they probably will, but you know, right now obviously it's not needed at all. But you know, we got CPU stats here, how much what's making, which miner to use. So TNN 3.6. Let's take a look. Can we search up? Looks like 100 kilohash is making about 93 cents a day. 100 kilohash. That's quite a few CPUs. This isn't very profitable right now. Based on these numbers, I haven't tested this for a while. We got TNN 3.8, a dual 7551. SPR per day. What is that? Threads, cores. What's that? Oh, kilohash is right here. What do we got? Binary 3950X. This binary still looks like the best miner, doesn't it? There's a new update for TT miner or TNN or something, isn't there? TNN maybe, but last one I ever tried was binary miner, and I don't know. I gotta try Spectre again, I think, to test out their latest miners. I don't know what's what. Let's just see here. We got 3950X. What do we got for 79 binary? We got 23, 24. So let's say 24.95 on binary. Where's TNN? 7950X. 19 on TN. Oh, that's 0.37. 19 versus 24. So is that right? Binary's quite a bit more faster still. Like, I don't know what the latest versions of anything is. So, but it's looking like binary miner is still the way to go when it comes to Spectre. I got to try that. I still have a bunch of algos I haven't tested on my 9950 X3D yet, which I got to try out as well. I got to test out, finish that one up so I can actually put my new workstation together, get that done. Yeah, it was me. I seen that on Discord. Oh, it's Dr. Miner. You mentioned that. Okay, that they're working together. That'll be interesting. I got to see what that's all about. SPR, if about in 5 years, will be mooning. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. You will own no BTC and be happy. ETC. Rabid, do you see it dropping 93% there? Well, what was dropping 93%? What are we looking at? This one? 84%? What are we looking at 93%? Oh, this one right here. Spectre? Yeah, I see that. I'm still okay. I'm okay with Spectre. I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. See, you know, that's what spec coin. Spectre, spec coin. You know, it just goes together perfectly. Spec has spec in it, which means speculation to the moon. I don't know. I read in between the lines. Zeph Pop, yeah. Zeph, how are you doing? Where's Zeph at? Let's take a look at Zeph. What is Zeph doing? I need a Zeph Pop. Zeph Pop would be absolutely amazing. 75 cents. Oh yeah, remember this? What was it? $50. Oh, that would have been so nice. Come on, we need $200 to $400. Come on, $400 Zeph. Let's go. Moon time. I don't know. Come on, Zeph, do something. We're kicking Zeph with a stick too. All our bags are falling to nothing. Oh, we're all failing. This is horrible. Horrible times in the market. But we don't know. Like I said, guys, end of the year. End of the year, we'll know if these bags become worthless or if they, you know, become life-changing. We have no idea at all. Zero ideas. We got 84 viewers, 27 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button, smash it. Hit that super chat. It's too late to set any super chat goals, so maybe tomorrow if we go live for the AMA, we'll do that. But you should try Zealous. I know I should. I should try Zealous. And Zealous is awesome because CPUs and GPUs are pretty close together in hash rate and profits. And I keep telling myself this, and I know I need to get larger bags of Zealous because I don't know. Zealous just have a feeling because I don't want it to be one of those coins where, you know, I had a feeling about it and I wanted more, and I keep telling you guys I want more, and all of a sudden I never get it, and then it moons, and it's like, well, you guys are awesome. Hopefully you're all rich because I missed the boat. We don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I need to get more Zealous. I have almost 1,000 Zep. $400 would be awesome. I know Keith Henninger, right? Imagine that. That would be 400K. That'd be insane. Rob, didn't you say that last year? I've been saying all that for a long time. I'm about to start testing using DC power supplies and Octa miners to run them directly off 48-volt batteries without inverters. Holy maskless ninja, you are an inventor. That's awesome. Use some pots. $200 and I'll be rich. Hey, $200 that would be good too. I'm good with $100 at this point. I made a YouTube channel called Grindless Mining. The first video will be about the DC power supplies. Maskless Ninja, awesome. You made it. Have you released the first video yet, or you just said the first video? Oh, will be about. So you haven't made that first video yet. So let us know when you make that first video. We'll check it out and stuff. All right. Sounds like a plan, guys. Maskless Ninja, check it out when he does make that video. It's called what's it? Gridless mining by Maskless Ninja. I have the power supplies in hand. I just need to wire them up. Nice. That's awesome. You know, I don't have any room, but I really think I should. Any of you guys rich out there? Anybody rich? Anybody able to, like, you know, send me out a couple solar panels, you know, a mini startup kit so I can like test solar and see what it's like, and then maybe just open up a whole new catalyst of Rabid's new solar farm. I don't know. I don't have the room. I can't really afford anything right now, but I would like to start small, you know, maybe 5 to 1,000 watts worth of solar panels. What is that, like 4 or 5 panels possibly? And then some type of cheap inverter that can handle that. And then start small with like maybe those solo Bitcoin miners, or maybe, oh yeah, I got that. What's it called? The ETC miner, the Apollo V2H or V2X or whatever, that small, that 1.2 gigahash for only like 75 watts or something. I got that thing. Like, that would be wicked for solar, because you don't even need much solar to run that. So I don't know. I need some of that. Yep, I got a Heart of Gold, if that counts. That counts, Doc Quick Miner. That counts 100%. Heart of Gold is all that matters. I do it. You Ender 3 Pro, good starting 3D printer buffs. The Ender 3 Pro. I had the Ender, but I moved over to a new brand. What's the 3D printer I have now? It's freaking awesome. And I can't remember what it's called. Hold on. I got the app here. What's this app called? I'll show you. Oh yeah, the Bamboo. Make sure you use my Amazon link if you want to purchase one of these. Amazon link in the description, and then look up Bamboo Lab stuff, because I'm pretty sure they got it on Amazon. But where is filament accessories? Which is the one I got? Maker World products. I got the A1. I think this is the one I got. Yeah, I got the A1 right here. This is the one I got. I love this thing. This thing's freaking awesome. And right here you can get the Bitcoin symbol right here. So it's right here. So it looks like you have a Bitcoin printer. And I got it with this wheel thing. So this holds 4 colors and it feeds it. And this thing is awesome. So yeah, this is the 3D printer I currently have now. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice freaking 3D printer. You have 2 Bamboo Lab printers. I love them. Yeah, Bamboo Labs are awesome. These are wicked printers. I love Bamboo Lab printers. And they're easy setups. They self-level. Like I remember when I had that the Ender Pro, I got the Ender 3 in the back there. It has like an inch of dust on it. I haven't used it forever. But you have to level that thing constantly, and it was a pain. This thing, you plug it in, it self-vibrates, self-levels before it prints, it self-levels itself again, and it's just good to go. It's freaking awesome. You have the, yeah, those, I wish I had more money. I wish I had money in general. I'd get one of the bigger ones. Like, I don't print that much to really do that, but this is something that's awesome. Plus, they have this Maker World here. Like, you go to the Maker World app store here, like, let's just take a look here. Yeah, and then you can, like, here's stuff you can print. Like, they have this whole catalog built for their printers. Like, look at this stuff. You just download and print them off. Like, right now, if my printer was on, I could click this, upload it, and say start printing. Like, from here live while streaming. Then I'll go check it in a couple hours and it'll be done. Like, it is freaking wicked. Like, look at these cool things. Like, what, let's search something. Let's search something and see what we can look up. I don't know. Do they have anything for crypto? See what they got for crypto stuff to 3D print. Look at that. Our little coins here. Oh, we don't want the Illuminati stuff. That's bad. Bitcoin symbols. Don't care. We got crypto.com there. A little Bitcoin tree thing. Bitcoin. What we got? Bitcoin stuff. Bitcoin. Satoshi thing. Ass stuff. Oh, big Bitcoin. There's just some random Bitcoin. Oh, you can make your Bitcoin. That's the other thing too. Like, you can buy like the parts to make these. You can make moving part stuff too. Like, this is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome stuff everywhere. Doge dog. You got ledger holders. Look at that. You got ledger holders. concealant things. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff you can just print here. It's just built right into this. Like, it's insane. Oh, there's some GPU stuff. Triple GPU mining stands. Look at that. There's a triple GPU mining stand right there. Freaking beer opener. I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. That's the 3D printer I use. It's pretty awesome. You equate your 3D printer in an ROI sense. What's payback? ROI on a 3D printer is 0. You'll never ROI it at all. Like, you won't even come close. That is a hobby thing that doesn't ever pay you back. Crypto mining, you know, maybe the ROI is like 10 years now, but it at least has an ROI. Most hobbies just run you broke, bankrupt. Like, look at oh man, I remember when I was on the rigs and everything. And I was into rockets and helicopters and airplanes and stuff. Like, I still have a rocket in the garage. It was like $200 rocket to shoot something like 8,000 feet in the air. You have to call air traffic controller every time you go to fly it because it shows up on their radar and you don't want to hit a plane. So, and it's a big rocket. It's about 5 feet tall and it's about 4 inches thick, and it just shoots like a Maverick missile. It's insane. So like, I got those. Like, I just spent money on all sorts of things. Like my RC cars, that gas powered ones, like $1,200. Send it. You know, I got like 5 or 6 RC helicopters, like the Blade 360s, and that was like $1,000. And I got a couple 500. Like, I got a whole bunch of RC helicopters, like all sorts of stuff. And those don't ROI anything. All they did is cost more and more money. Like, take an example that I got that one RC helicopter is $800, and it's $25 for $25 or $40 for a new set of blades. And anytime you crash it, you need new blades because either they break or they become loose, and they got little balls in them. If they're loose and they're spinning so fast, those balls could come out and poke your eyes out. Like, they're dangerous. So if you crash it, you pretty much got to replace your blades to be safe. And I crashed it constantly. So $40, new blades, $40. Like, I probably spent another $200-300 on blades in less than an hour after I first got it. And I bought the hardest ones, like the 4-channel ones. Like, every movement counts. Not like a 2 or 3 channel where you can just push forward and kind of turn. Like, you go sideways and spin, and you had to control every freaking gyro. Those 4-channel ones, like expert. And I never flew these things before, so I was crashing constantly. One time I almost chopped my head off. Like, I literally started going in the air. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the air this time finally without even crashing sideways. And then it started coming at my head, and I ducked, and it flew right over top of me. Like, it was insane times. Insane times. I just bought all sorts of stupid stuff. But that's what I mean. Like, when it comes to hobbies just burn money. At least if you're a hobby miner, you're at least making something back. You're not burning money. Like I spent probably, I probably spent over $30,000-40,000 on hobby stuff with RC stuff and all that. Lots. And all I did is spend even more money buying fuel and parts because I broke them all the time. At least with mining, like, I got most of that back out of my entire farm. I pretty much ROI'd my whole farm and stuff. And now at this point, even now, like, ROIs is a lot slower right now, but you're at least still earning stuff back versus freaking other hobbies. RC stuff is very costly, 100% frog man. It's insane. You ever done skydiving? No, I've never skydived. It's so weird. I'm actually kind of scared of heights. Even though I was a derrick hand on a drilling rig on a double and a triple, on the way up the derrick, when I was going to have to pull back pipe, I was scared crapless. Like, first time I ever did it, oh my gosh, I was glued to the side of the ladder. Like, I don't want to get off. Anyway, I get up there, you get used to it, and then whatever, you got your wind boards up there, so you can't really see around or far, so you're okay. I got used to it, and then you were fine. And then all of a sudden, after that, I also did some scaffolding and stuff, and scaffolding and like, I'm scared of heights, but I did a lot of jobs that required heights. I remember one time when I was scaffolding, I was like 600 feet in the air, and everyone underneath me looked like ants, and I was way up there walking on a beam, and it was scary as heck. And I was walking on like a 3-inch beam across about 10 feet long. I was like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely horrible. Why do I do this to myself? But that's what I did. I scared the crap out of myself every day at work when I scaffold and stuff, because it was freaking, that's what we had to do to make money. Oh man, it was insane times. Whew. Anyway, so by that logic, mining as a hobby with expectations of making 0 is okay. 100% Jock McMiner. If you mining as a hobby, with expectations of making zero is 100% okay, because then when you do make something, you're making more than any other hobby out there. Like, right? But that's not wrong. So, you know, getting into it just as a hobby, it's probably one of the best hobbies, because you at least have a chance to ROI stuff and make things back, or even expand it more with really no extra cost to you. 100%. So yeah, mining as a hobby is freaking, you know, way better than most hobbies. And you think about it, and normal hobbies, like, you know, RC stuff or this, you know, being a consumer is promoted all the time. Come buy our stuff, come buy our stuff, come buy our stuff, consume, consume, consume. And that's pretty much what we're taught since we're born day one, is spend our money on all these companies and corporations. But as soon as it comes into, you know, this type of stuff, not financial advice, you can't say too much, or, you know, all of a sudden you get the hammer, but, you know, all of a sudden it's bad. You know, you can't do this stuff, but, you know, as long as you're doing it with the big guys, it's okay. Like, what? Mining with free power is bad. Yes, the use of putts, he's got it all figured out. If you got free power, that's obviously the best way to mine. 100%. F skydiving. I hate heights. Yeah, I agree. I would never skydive. That would be insane. When Rabid RC channel. I should make an RC. They're all broken. My car, I used to put it, you used to have the turbo, the torque thing. I can't remember what it's called now. But, you know, to start you put the glow plug igniter on top of it, and you had your torque thing there screwing it. And then I've done this thing. So I put a drill in it, and I kept using the drill. And eventually I broke the camshaft. So now I either got to get a new one, or I think it might be better and cheaper just to get a pull start put onto it instead of using that. That way it's a lot safer, and then you don't have to worry about that breaking all the time by using a drill that's too strong. So yeah, I got to do that. So maybe, you know, I'll rip apart my car and start a RC channel with that. Mining with free power is best. With solar mining, the infrastructure I built to power it also powers my property, so I make no money. At least I built a huge solar power grid. That's awesome too, Massless Ninja. So now, not only that, in theory, your mining and stuff is covering, you know, you're cutting back on a lot of expenses. So in theory, that could also be, you know, a form of income. Cutting back on other expenses, making things cheaper, is technically still, you know, better than being more in the negative. Rabid, just sell everything to Panda. Talking about, yeah, but if you're mining as a hobby, then you factor the cost of your hobby, including power. You can just an advance free power, but same hobby nonetheless. 100% Massless Ninja. Pancars broke me. Pancars broke you. I thought it was what happened, Scaper? I used to climb what? Let's check this out. Scaper says, yep, Dodge added features kind of good. I used to climb antenna towers for repair work using a safety belt. Once I got the belt twisted when I was doing some work, it came untwisted. I thought I was dead for a split second. Oh my gosh. That would be insane. Absolutely insane. Wow. All right. So anyway, guys, I guess we are going to wrap up this stream. We kind of veered way off topic, but you know, sometimes that's all we need to do is just talk about stuff, and it doesn't always have to be crypto related. We just talk about random stuff like that and throw it in. But anyway, yeah, if anybody is rich out there or sees this video later, this live stream, and they have some panels they might want to send my way, you know, get in contact with me on Discord or something, because obviously I would love to try to check out the solar side of things and then see how it goes from there. But yeah, that'd be, you know, absolutely awesome. I do want to try to get in the solar here, but we're going to wrap this up. Appreciate all you guys for showing up to this live stream. I will see you all in the next one.
Rabid out.